Hey guys, Mariko Berg here, Realtor with BRIDGEWELL Real Estate Group. And today this vlog is going to be going through my best tips for buyers that are just starting to look for a home to purchase or buyers that are just getting ready and starting to think about purchasing a home. So the top tips that I can provide to you are number 1, get pre-approved. Number 2, hire a realtor to represent you in your purchase. And number 3, create a list of your needs versus your wants. So going through why these are my top tips and why they're so important. First things is, of course, get pre-approved. And the reason for this is because it's very important to get crystal clear with your budget and know exactly what you can afford comfortably in terms of a mortgage payment and what to expect moving forward. So unfortunately, these online calculators that you might see aren't going to be able to take everything into consideration. They're not going to be able to take your credit score into consideration. They're not going to be able to take in, things that a lender might want to know and affect your affordability, like whether you're on a salary or hourly, or whether you're self-employed, whether you are hired by a company. So all of these things are going to be affecting your affordability and essentially what you're able to purchase. So it's very important to meet with a mortgage broker or your bank from the start, get pre-approved, and figure out what you can afford. Another bonus with pre-approval is that typically you can lock in your interest rate. And right now in BC and all across Canada, we're seeing interest rates rising. So what it means to lock in your interest rate is that you are going to be able to hold that interest rate typically for about 120 days. So if the interest rate at the time that you end up completing is less than that which you have already locked in for, then congratulations, you can use that lower interest rate. But if it actually ends up higher, which is more likely in this current market, then you are actually able to use your locked in interest rate and avoid the higher interest rate that is the current market at the time of completion. So that's why getting approval is super important, because you want to know exactly what your budget and what your monthly payment is going to be from the start, and you also want to lock in your interest rate. So number 2 is to hire a realtor. It is so important that you have a realtor that is representing you when you're purchasing a home, because you want to make sure that your number 1 asset, which is probably going to be your home, it's often the largest purchase that most people make in their entire lives, is protected and that you are safe throughout the entire process. You want to have someone in your corner working in your best interests. You want to have someone that has lots and lots of experience when it comes to executing a contract of purchase and sale, that has experience negotiating, dealing with these kind of things day in and day out. It is a very complicated process, and it's something that you want to make sure that you have representation for. When it comes to buyers and buying a home, the real estate or hiring a real estate agent is absolutely free. It's a free service because the seller pays both the listing agent and the buyer's agent's commission. So there's really no reason why you shouldn't hire a realtor to help you with your purchase, because it's a free service and it means that you're going to be safe and protected throughout probably the biggest investment of your entire life. So number 3 is creating a list of your needs and your wants. It's very important to get crystal clear when it comes to the differences with this. Your needs are obviously going to be things like, the price, making sure that you're staying within your budget. Typically the number of bedrooms that you need, the number of bathrooms that you need, a minimum amount of square footage. A lot of the times the needs end up being budget and like functionality or layouts, things like that you can't change. Whereas your wants end up being things like cosmetics. Do you really need that quartz countertop? Do you really need to have the laminate flooring? These are things that you can change over time. So really, when you're figuring out exactly what you need versus you want, make a list of everything that you need, make a list of everything that you want, and then when you go house hunting, looking at open houses or going to showings with your realtor, keep referring back to that and keep changing that and adjusting it as you see fit. And then that way you can really look at things clearly, logically, and figure out what home is going to be the best home for you. So these are my top tips for people that are thinking about buying. If you are thinking about buying, we do service all of the Lower Mainland, and we would be more than happy to help you at BRIDGEWELL Real Estate Group. Feel free to reach out to us anytime, and I hope that we're able to help you sometime in the future. Have a great day.